Welcome to Career Plug. Hi, and thanks for joining me. Welcome. If you are new, please consider subscribing as we look to provide content around career exploration. If you are returning to my channel, thank you for your subscription, your likes, but generally what I would really like is for everyone to like and comment more. I am looking to provide, valuable content around career exploration. So I need some feedback. If it sucks, you say it sucks, Gene. If you don't want to hear about careers.
Hated it.
I think this is a valuable tool because it just did not exist. And for so many people, they don't know what they want to do. So some insight to careers and, behind the curtain look at what people actually do and what they advise, I think is really valuable. So hopefully you will think it's valuable too. Again, please like and subscribe. I'll leave that alone. Today, I want to get into the casting director role. My last video involved creative executives. Check that out. That is typically a role you don't hear about in the entertainment industry. Casting directors are a little bit more known, but people still don't know what they actually do. Let me start out in terms of casting directors. I'm going to shout out my old boss. His name is Tom Burke. I told him I was going to reference him in one of my videos. Tom was a senior talent agent at ICM. I worked for Tom for probably about a year and a half in the TV talent department. He taught me a lot. Tom then, this is over a decade ago, Tom was tapped to then run Warner Brothers casting television department. Tom is still the head of Warner Brothers Casting TV. Just shouting you out, baby. Let me quickly define what a casting director does. The role of a casting director is to identify and select actors for roles in films, television shows, commercials, theater productions, and other projects. Casting directors play a crucial role in assembling the right talent to bring characters to life and contribute to the overall success of a project. Let's take a look at 5 primary roles and responsibilities of casting directors. Number 1, understanding the project. It is the casting director's responsibility to understand the overall vision of the project. Initially, they will meet with the producers, the writers, the director in some cases, and discuss the overall vision of the project. The casting director will break down the script, do a character breakdown, look at the tone, look at pacing, all with the goal in mind to understand the different lenses of what is required for each role. The second role of a casting director would be to talent scout. This is when casting directors and their teams will go out to managers, agents, showcases, anything that will yield what they're looking for in these roles. The bottom line is they want the best talent for these roles, and they have a number of people in mind. Casting directors have been in the industry. They've been around for a while. They have their ear to the ground. They know veteran talent. They know new talent. So typically they will have some ideas in mind, but it still leaves room for people to be discovered, for example. So in this talent scouting process, again, they will go out to managers, directors. I remember at the agency, we would get calls from casting directors looking for what are called avails. So that is when they will call us with, 15 to 20 names and see if that talent is even available for a project. So, you go down this list, avail, not avail, etc. That's a gem that is behind the scenes. So that's what's happening as they are attempting to go out and look for talent. A lot of times they may have someone in mind, but they may not be available for that role at that time. The third role of a casting director, and this is probably the largest, is the audition process. They will call in the number of people that they feel will be a good fit for a role, and they'll present them with what are called sides, which are typically a page or two of a script or series that they want rehearsed in front of them. So talent will come in, casting directors will give them direction, they will let them attempt it 4 or 5 times. And this part of the auditioning process, of course, is essential to who will move on to the next stage. That next stage, number 4, is the casting directors will collaborate with the producers, sometimes the director, sometimes the writer. Typically, they've fallen off at that time, but mainly the producers. They will collaborate with them on now what is a slimmed down list of 3 to 4 people that they think will be a good fit for the role. This producer session, another gem, is what that callback is termed. This is when people know they are in the final round. They're the final 3 or 4, and out of those, someone will get that role. So in the room are the producers, the casting director, and they are looking to see who's the best fit for that specific role. Number 5, I wanted to include because it is very important, although hasn't always been around, and that is diversity and inclusion. Casting directors now have the power to voice their opinion if they think a role should go something other than the traditional way it's gone. As we all know, look, films, television haven't always reflected actual society. For the most part, went to mainly white men and white women. That is where the Oscars So White and pushback from society has come.
So you're not going to the Oscars?
I'm not going, my wife's not going.
And so now casting directors have some power to say, no, I think this role, a person of color would be great in this role, for example. So I think the diversity and inclusion aspect is important. I'm glad to see that it is implemented.
It goes further than the Academy Awards. It has to go back to the gatekeepers.
And I'd say that that's the 5th primary role of casting directors. There are other things that they do, but I just wanted to quickly highlight 5 of the primary ones. Hopefully this was helpful. I dropped a couple gems, things that happen behind the scenes, the process. And again, please consider liking and subscribing. All right, guys, I'm out. Later.